Last week, we got Afterglow ready to leave St. Martin for good. We spent days cleaning the hull, tackling boat projects, and finally getting our mainsail back up, all in preparation for heading west. With the boat ready to go, we set off for what was supposed to be an easy 24-hour downwind sail. The forecast looked great, the seas were calm, and everything pointed to a smooth passage. But sometime after dark, things took a turn. What started as a simple overnight sail quickly became one of the more stressful nights we've had in a long time. We are about to leave St. Martin. We've been running around all day getting ready to go. It is around 5 p.m., a little after, which was our goal, and we'll be sailing overnight to St. Thomas, or Water Island, right off of St. Thomas. We went to the bulk store today, picked up some things that are more expensive in the Virgin Islands, so we can try to save some money. We went and said goodbye to our friends. Our friends are heading south towards Guadeloupe next week, so we probably won't see them again. You never really know where or when you're gonna see your friends next, but hopefully we'll see them in the ABC Islands at some point, maybe Colombia. And now it is time to go sailing. Andrew is getting an extra light set up since we'll be sailing overnight, just a white light to have, because the light that we have attached to the boat is down there and it's kind of hard to see with the dinghy and the davit. Isla's ready for a sail. It's been a while, huh? Like a month and a half? It's a while for us. It's a bit windier than we had hoped, but it should be a downwind sail. Hopefully smooth and easy. Andrew has a charter there, so that's what our rush is, to kind of get there in time for that. Come along with us while we sail for like 22-ish hours to the Virgin Islands. So peaceful. Just have the head sail out. How fast are we going? 6.
6 knots, yeah.
6 knots with head sail out. How much wind do we have?
True on 20, so like 15 knots in there.
As the sun slowly disappeared beyond the horizon, we settled into our overnight routine. The next 14 hours of our sail would be spent rotating through sleep shifts, keeping watch while the other tried to get a few hours of rest. The conditions were about as good as we could have hoped for: steady wind, following seas, and a boat that seemed happy to be moving again. With an easy night ahead of us, we expected this passage to be one of the more relaxed sails we've had in a while. At least, that's what we thought. Finally used your gloves that we bought 2 years ago.
First time I've ever worn gloves.
Bought those before we left Florida. That wasn't so bad. You made it sound like it was going to take a long time.
I thought it was going to be a real mother, but once I found the one tangle, yeah, it's all me.
So the story behind what we were just fixing is, still don't really understand how the furling line happened, but basically in the middle of the night I was driving with autopilot and the sail was, instead of going to the other side like it normally does, it went like behind or forward of the jib furler. So it went like around the back and got kind of caught weird, and somehow that snapped off the whole protective part of our furling line. So the sheath was already torn but not separated yet, and for some reason when we were jibing, that tore that apart and completely separated it. So we had to bring in the jib by cleaning it up on the bow. I'm not sure how or what caused the furling line for the jib to do that when we were jibing, but it did in the middle of the night, and it was stressful. I might have had a little bit of a mental breakdown because it was my fault, but you live and you learn. And we eventually brought out the head sail again and didn't really know how it was going to be getting it back in, but it seems to be okay. Autopilot has also not worked this entire trip, so we've been hand steering for 22 hours now. That's been fun. We're just about done with this sail. It's really not been enjoyable. It was supposed to be a nice, easy downwind sail. 100 and something nautical miles, 105 nautical miles. We are gonna get to Water Island and just get some mozzarella sticks. Relax, get some sleep. We didn't get much sleep last night.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Yeah, Andrew hasn't eaten since we left. This autopilot thing is like really an issue. We're gonna have to get fixed before we sail the baby seas. We're under 5 nautical miles away. We're gonna go get settled, go see our friends, go get some mozzarella sticks, and we will catch up with you later. Just to show you what was making it so hard to get this line through, this tore apart, so it won't go through these blocks because it just gets jammed up. So that's why we have it pleated here. Andrew just pulled it in manually as I eased the jib sheet, because this line is all sorts of messed up now. So we should be able to splice this back together once we're all settled. The line itself is perfectly fine. This just protects it. It did exactly what its job is, but can't really bring that through something like this with it all torn up like that. Still not sure why the jibing caused it to spread apart like that. If anybody knows, feel free to leave a comment so we just know. But yeah, so the furling line's all bunched up over here and cleated off. And this is Water Island, so that's where we're going. Today we are going over to our friend's boat to go Sunchill. It's over in Honeymoon Bay on Water Island. We are in Flamingo Bay on Water Island. We're gonna go hang out for a couple of hours and then move over to St. John to Cruise Bay. So we're gonna do a little float. It's a beautiful day in the Virgin Islands. We have a little cooler going and we're gonna go raft up and Sunchill for a little bit. So Andrew's going to be heading out for charter on Sunday. We booked his ferry tickets today. We're gonna move the boat over to St. John, spend a couple days there before he leaves. And I'm gonna be solo for a week. It's so good to be back in the Virgin Islands. Hello, kind of a quick cut to the next day. We hung out on our friend's Sunchill for like the entire day. We planned on only going for a couple hours and then sailing to St. John yesterday, but we were having so much fun and we didn't have to be there yesterday, so we decided to stay and hang out. And a result of that, I'm so sunburnt. I was not prepared for 6 hours in the sun versus 2, so I am burnt to a crisp, so I'm wearing a sun shirt today and protecting my skin. And we are moving to St. John. It is Saturday morning. It's around 9, I think. We're gonna move over to Cruise Bay in St. John. Probably just motor over there unless we want to put the head sail out, but we still have that furling line all messed up, so honestly probably just motor till we get that figured out. We'll be in St. John for at least a week while Andrew's on his charter. So let's go. We're leaving Water Island. Andrew is ready to go, so get out there.
Ready to go?
Yeah. Still haven't cleaned up since our overnight. Isla's bed got super wet. Life jackets. Just ends up with like a pile of our clothes that we wore. Like sweatshirts, t-shirts, towels. All right. We ready to go to St. John? Back to where we got married last year?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, the water's pretty today. So blue. Here we go. Something about the Virgin Islands is the water is just crystal clear everywhere. That over there is St. Thomas. This is Water Island. And the bay over from us is where our friends are in Honeymoon. I think it's called Honeymoon Bay over by Dingy's Beach Bar. We were in Flamingo Bay. Now we'll head over to Cruise Bay. It's strange sailing past places that look so beautiful on the surface, knowing the dark history tied to them. Just a few miles from St. Thomas, we passed Epstein Island, a reminder that even in paradise, not every story is a good one.
If I could, I would be right here with you. In this world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through.
Alright, I'm putting the shade back up. Burnt to a crisp.
So close your eyes. Do you feel the same? Only thing that matters will I change. I'll let you in.
Almost done. A lot harder underway. Now we have so much more shade. This is all sun. We only take that down when we're sailing so we can see the sails. We have that little window, but it's not really enough. Since we're just motoring, we can have shade. Oh, and it feels so much nicer and cooler. We're passing by St. Thomas. Next week, Andrew heads off to captain a 53-foot power cat around the British Virgin Islands, leaving me to hold down the fort aboard Afterglow on my own. I'll be getting a taste of solo boat life while Andrew spends the week showing guests around some of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean. But beyond temporary separation, we'll also be having some important conversations about the future of Afterglow and what comes next for our cruising journey. You won't want to miss it. We'll see you next week.